I just wanted to talk a little bit about a few comments I saw recently on my Facebook page. Basically, it was some comments that I've been seeing too in like many other places for many years. Basically, is around the fact that in Final Fantasy 12 we have the main character who's Ban is his name, and basically the people is saying like he's not the main character. Like, why is he the main character when he basically does nothing and he doesn't uh like contribute to the story, right? I just want to like talk about it because Final Fantasy 12 is like yeah, I love the game. I do love that game. I played it a long time ago. I played it again a few years ago again. Yeah, I said it again. So the thing with all of this is this. Van's like character. His main reason to be there. I mean the all the characters there. They all have their own reasons to do the things they do, right? Like, for example, this is gonna be like full of spoilers, I think. I don't know. It's been a while, but yeah. So basically, you're having this kid who wants to be a sky pirate, and he had an older brother who died on war 2 years prior to the time this game is set on. So basically, you have this story about a kid who lost his brother and he wants to be a sky pirate, and he doesn't understands understands too much of what's happening, I guess. He's like lost in his own world. Yeah. Well, he has like a group of people around him and he kind of helps them. And he also do bad things like stealing and other things he does is like he knows that the empire here is living right now is invaded by the ones who won the war. So he likes, I don't remember much, but basically I think he wants to steal from them. And so he goes on this night where it's like celebration. I don't remember too much. Yeah, he goes there, and there he finds two other characters which are like my favorite. So the two other characters that are there, I like the guy named Balthier, which is the love of my life, and Abira, whose name is Fran, which I also love. They are there. They are both of these new characters, Sky Pirates. They are that. And basically what they want is also to steal from this empire, right? So the three of them collide on this wonderful night to steal from this wonderful empire. So basically they are almost catched, they run, blah 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 blah. I don't remember if they are caught or not. I'm sorry. So basically you have these new characters which they have their own reasons to do what they do and blah blah blah. So basically after that I think they're in a prison in this place that I forgot the name because it's been a while. So yeah, and after that I remember they collide with this girl on the sewers, I think it was. I don't remember. So yeah, this girl, she says, she gives a name. I don't remember the name she gives. I don't remember. So basically, she gives a name, right? Van, being the guy who doesn't understand anything, he's like, yeah, cool. But Fear, he's like, who are you really? So basically, she starts accompanying them and they all got along, and she have her own reasons to do what she does on the game, right? So Then they go and they save this guy who was in a prison, and this guy's name is Bash. Ban recognized these guys because in this war 2 years ago, his brother died on hands of this captain Bash. Pretty much what it was said, it was like this captain committed treason, and he basically sold himself to the other empire. He was the responsible for almost killing completely this kid, this Van's brother, and to the one who murdered the king. I think he did murder the king. From that point, you start to realize like each one of them have their own reasons, and you start developing these like, okay, this is what is really happening here, right? After that, like Van at the beginning, he's like, you're the one who killed my brother. And this girl who was on the sewers, I don't remember if it was then or later or before, I don't remember. But basically, she reveals herself as like the Princess Ash, which was basically the daughter of the king, I think. And he was married to this amazing soldier. I don't know who he was, but he died on there. Basically, he died on the war, like her father, like Van's brother, like everyone died there, right? And Bash, he says like, okay, look, I wasn't the one who murdered all of them. It was basically my conveniently twin brother whose name is Branth, and I basically love that fucking name. I'm sorry, but I love it. This Brandt was the one who knocked out Bash, the real Bash, and took his place, and he was the one who almost murdered Span's brother, who was later hospitalized, and he ended up dying later on. But yeah, he basically killed him, and he was the one who betrayed everyone and who went on and killed the king. So Bash revealed all of that, and everyone is like, okay, I'm starting to understand what's happening. The years are here in this 2 years that happened. Yeah, so that's that. You have then this Bash who was in prison because of something his own brother did. The reasons like his brother wasn't happy with him. Like they don't got along. I don't think they did. So Bash was condemned because of him. On the other side, you have the princess who the only thing she wanted is revenge. Like not only because someone killed her father and her beloved husband, but because it was all a plan of this other empire who ended up conquering them. Yeah, so she wants what belongs to her rightfully. So that's the other plot. And then you have these two sky pirates, like Balthier and Fran, who basically they have their own parts where they explains why they are doing what they're doing. And it's basically Balthier who's like, okay, I was at the beginning a judge. A judge is like a commander from the empire. He does dirty things. I think he was like that with his father, who was also his doctor. The father of Balthier is a doctor, and he was experimenting. And Balthier's was like, I don't like this shit. So Balthier's like, okay, I'm gonna go. I don't want to do this anymore. So he leaves, and like any rebel kid who wants to go against of their own family, he goes and do what every parent wants to do. Every parents not want their kids to do. Is that right? I'm talking right? I'm sorry. It's like you have a kid and you want him to be like a doctor, you want him to be like a judge, you want him to be someone in life. But this kid goes like, no, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start playing the guitar on some bar, or maybe I don't know, I'm gonna start selling some paintings on the street. So that's how, you know, I'm not against it at all, yeah, but that's the mentality of those parents. So basically, that's what I think Balthier did. He was like, okay, I'm gonna do what you will hate the most. So he went and became a skybird, right? And Fran is from this beautiful village who has the most beautiful soundtrack ever, which is the Erid village. And once you leave that village, you can no longer return there, right? Like you can't go in there and say, okay, I'm going to stay again, right? It's like, you live once, no come back. So Fran was she wanted to explore the world. Who doesn't want to explore the world, really? So she just went out, and honestly, she found Belfier, or they found each other. I don't really understand what there happened. I don't remember, but basically, they became very good friends, and I'm so happy to see that friendship. Okay, so after that, what happened is like, you have the story of Van. So like we said in the beginning, people is saying like Van is not a main character. He doesn't do anything, right? But if you think about it, it all started because of him, because he was the one who wanted to go steal from this empire, the invaders, and all of that. Because of that, he collide with Balthier and with Fran, which all of that developed like, okay, I want to be a sky pirate like you, and blah blah blah. They start tagging along, and after that, they found Dash, and they found Bash. All these names are really so similar. So I think Ban character is pretty much the one who glued everyone, and the one who basically changes through the entire game, because at the beginning he's just like a silly kid, someone who doesn't really understand the plot, the really things that's happening behind the curtains. So he learns with time. He starts seeing what these all what his companions has been through, and he, although he's still kind of, he still doesn't understand some things, because yeah, you can try, but he does try. He does kind of want to change. So I think that's his value. No, there are no characters there that are actually a main character. Yes, so that's what I wanted to say. They all have their own part to, I mean, obviously, in their story, and I like that, because it's not like this one guy who goes and he has the power to save the freaking world or whatever, and he has the power, he has the magic, he has the intelligence, and he's the chosen one. No, he's not. No one there is the chosen one. And that's what I like about this game, because it doesn't center on the main character and just leaves the others like with a bit of story. Like, I don't know, you have Final Fantasy X, when you follow, I don't want to say his name, because there is this fight between how you say his name, but Meg Ryan, he, she, he. So yeah, this guy, and you follow him throughout the whole story, and in the end, it's his story. Even that's not what it says on the game. It's his story. So in this one, I like it, because it's like everyone has their own reasons to do what they do. Everyone there just collide by pure chance, and everyone there just decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna be there for you, I'm gonna follow you, I'm gonna you know go along with you on your journey and help you whatever way I can, even though I may not understand it very much, but I will. So that's what they do, and I like it too, because it gets a little more political than any other previous Final Fantasies, which I do like. I mean, I'm talking about the numbered ones. Of course, I'm not going to talk about tactics, because Final Fantasy Tactics is just amazing, and I don't want to talk about it. So I'm not going to compare it to Final Fantasy Tactics, because that's talking about a game that's so over there. It has a bit of politics. It has an open world. It has a different turn-based well, it's not really turn-based. You can choose to, but it's not really. So the game itself, it maybe lack a few things, but if you want to talk about the characters, I think each one of them gives this game what it needs to, like, to be the game, a good game. For the people who says like Dan is not really a main character, yes, he is not. None of the characters of that game is really a main character, and I think that gives this game a little bit of a twist, and I think it's a good game, and I think it's good because of that, because you don't follow just one person, and it's like, oh, yeah, he's the saver, or she, I don't know, I mean, it's good. It's a bit like everyone there has their own part, and it doesn't go too deep into any of the characters. So it's like they are all equally like talking about their own problems or whatever, and I do like that. And besides of that, I don't know if I want to say a little bit more about the game itself. The soundtrack, it's just amazing. The open world, I just simply loved it. um I just loved how it looked, and I love the monsters. I love the summons, like the espers. I love everything. It's a good game. I liked the political part too. I liked and this the English version, the voices, the voice actors, really good. That Balthier voice, I don't remember the guy's name, but top tier. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I know there was a lot of noises, there was a lot of disaster going around, and the lights are flashing and all of that, but I don't give a single thing. So that's about it, and I don't know, just enjoy the game. It's a good game. Okay, bye.